Because I was a materialist, in other words, someone who just believed all there is that what we touch and see, and there is no supernatural, there is no God, and consequently dead bodies do not return to life. I honestly thought I could disprove it in a weekend.
Now, were you settled, when you look back, were you settled on that, or were you wanting for Christianity to be false so that you could continue in your hedonism? Or there's another option, were you secretly hoping that maybe there was a God out there that gave meaning and purpose and direction to your life?
There was a push and a pull. In other words, I was being gently pulled toward Christianity because I could see my wife and these positive
good
changes,
things that were happening.
good things that were happening.
But it was like pie in the sky, too good to be true, fairy tale.
And then the other side was, wait a minute, I want the old Leslie back. I want her old life back. I didn't sign up for this. This wasn't the deal. I want the old life back. And so there was a push and there was a pull at the same time. So I figured I'm going to be like an umpire in a baseball game. I'm going to call a ball and a strike. I'm going to investigate the evidence as honestly as I can, and I'm going to evaluate it, and in the end, I'm going to reach a verdict based on the evidence I uncover.
This is kind of a tall order, because what you were attempting to do is to prove that something that allegedly happened, the resurrection of Christ, thousands of years ago, actually never occurred.
Right.
How do you find evidence of something that doesn't exist?
Well, there are techniques you can use to investigate any ancient writing. So whether it's Josephus or Tacitus or Suetonius, you can take these same investigative techniques and apply them to the pages of the New Testament to try to determine, is it telling me the truth? So there are a lot of historical guides that you can use to try to diagnose whether or not the writer of the Gospels, for instance, is being honest when they report what they're reporting. I'll give you an example. There's a criterion called the criterion of embarrassment. What that means is, if you're reading an ancient writing and the author is saying something that hurts their own case or is embarrassing to themselves, they're probably telling the truth.